her own show. I just think she'd be fascinating to have her own show because she travels around the United States and probably the world. She's been around a few times. And she hears all these great stories, and with the industry that she's in, just fascinating information. And she loves a challenge, she loves to ride. I'm sure you've seen a lot of her pictures here, but I see the billboards all the time that when you're driving in Mitchell and also on the interstate for racing. She grew up in the country in Wisconsin, where riding and wrenching on anything motorized was the pastime. And also, true to her love of the sport, she's currently vice president of Klock Werks Custom Cycles in Mitchell. I'm sure you see their advertisement. And she also holds the MAA and SCTA National Land Speed records for the Monocle Salt Flats. She's worked several years alongside her longtime friend and one of the premier builders in the industry, Brian Klock, also happens to be her husband. And she's also has two daughters, Erica, 17, and Harley, 14. She says they're her greatest accomplishments. Having them to follow in her footsteps, which they also ride and race, has made her proud afterwards. Laura has been featured in magazines such as Hot Bike Bagger, American Iron, Werks, Cycle, Source, Wrecker's Alley, and the list goes on. She was part of the XX Chrome's All-Woman Bike Build in 2007, setting a bike build record of 5 hours and 5 minutes, and just completed a second build at Chicago IMS Show. She made several appearances nationally speaking, and she has her own website, lauraclock.com. Let's introduce Laura. Thank you so much.
Stories got us there. In 2006, we were chosen to do a Discovery Channel bike build-up. And we decided to build a bike like this right here. This is actually the bike that I raced on the Salt Flats. The reason we did that is because we make parts for that kind of bike. When you're chosen to do a bike build-up, they don't pay you to do the show. So why not make a commercial for your shop? So really, it was a marketing idea. That's how it all started out. As we're building this crazy bike, we put a fast motor in it and wondered, well, how can we take this whole thing a little bit further? It's going to be crazy fast. Maybe we should race it. Maybe we should drag race it. So it was literally 10 o'clock at night at the shop, and my husband looked across at me and we thought, what about the Banquet Salt Flats? We both always wanted to go there. Didn't know anything about racing there, what you had to do to get there, but decided we were going to find out. During also the course of that conversation, he looked at me and said, you know, it would be a lot smarter marketing-wise if we put a woman on the bike. And I just thought, you're going to let me ride it? Are you serious? And I didn't give him a chance to think about it twice because, of course, I wanted to try it. So literally, it was a door that opened and I walked through it. Next thing we know, we are on the road to Bonneville.
On the line though, I'm thinking, what am I doing? You know, and I've faced a lot of roads in my life and a lot of different challenges, so you do take a moment to say a prayer and just think about where you've been. And that's one thing I always like to say to people, you know, you take a look back on your life and look at some of the things you've been through, you can kind of find the courage to try that next thing that you might be a little bit afraid of. So I take off and I get going, and my husband tells the story with sound effects and the whole deal, but I, you know, hit first gear, second gear, third gear, it feels pretty good, and I think, well, what the heck, I'm out here, so I keep going, and the way he tells it from back at the starting line, that he didn't care at all how fast I went, he just wanted to make sure I was safe, but he said when I hit fourth gear, that all the guys are like, oh dude, she blew your bike up, you know, because I was going for it.